Hi, it's me, Stitches. Willkommen, bienvenue, and welcome back to my channel. It is the last episode of 13 weeks of Genderween. And we're going to go ahead and pull the last person. But before we do, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to y'all following along on this little journey that I have. And hopefully I did inspire somebody to maybe even get into cosplay. So, if I didn't inspire you, hopefully at least you were entertained by my successes and my failures. So, let's go ahead and without further ado, go ahead and pull the last person for our gender bend for Genderween. So, who is it going to be? And hopefully I don't spend a lot of money on this one because it is getting pricey. So, let's see who it is. It is Anna from Frozen. So, let's go ahead and do the research on Anna, and then we can go ahead and start developing the costume for her. So, let's go. Let's start off with going to Google. Let's look up Anna from Frozen. Let's see what her outfit is. Now, do we want to do her royal outfit, her peasant outfit, or her ball outfit? This would be her royal outfit. Her peasant outfit is this one. Slash this one. And there's the standard one, which uses the same bodice. But I think I'd probably get away with being able to find blue trousers and then maybe a black vest, a blue shirt, and then that cape may be a little bit hard to find. I really like this one, but again, that's going to be super hard to find at a thrift store. I found one that was affordable enough and just turned it into a men's outfit. So, essentially, yeah, those boots would be really hard to find. Okay, so my microphone died on me. So, let's look. I think I know what I'm going to do. I think that I am going to check out Spirit Halloween in town first. And if they have an Anna costume that is cheaper than buying it off Amazon, then I will go ahead and get that. Then we'll... If they don't have that, then I'll have to go ahead and rethink my plan. But my plan is to find a Anna costume, cut it apart, and turn it into a men's outfit by turning the skirt into a pair of pants, turning the doublet into a vest, and then keeping the same undershirt. So maybe some finagling, but I think I can get it done because I want to keep the applique that she has all over her dress true to her character. And I really don't want to paint that onto fabric, as my machine does not do appliques, and appliques are not cheap. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try finding an adult version of this costume so that I can keep the same shirt and then just turn this into a vest and then these into trousers. But I have to see what's available in our local Spirit Halloween, and hopefully I find an adult version and not a children's version, because that would mean just more fabric to have an adult version than a children's version. So let's see what's in town first, and then we may have to pivot our plan and go with something else. So let's go see what's available. So it's day 2, and we're about to get ready to go to the thrift store. I am really hoping the weather holds out. It's supposed to downpour here. Lovely, right? And if I can't find a costume at Spirit Halloween or at the thrift store, then I think I'm going to maybe do a veto on this. I don't know yet. Because the one costume I really wanted to do for this entire 13 weeks of Genderween would have been the ballerina from a Haunted Mansion. And I wanted to do that one so bad. But if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. So I'm going to try my best to do Anna, even though I'm not happy about doing Frozen. Let's just go ahead and go to the thrift store and see what's available. Plus, we're stopping off at Spirit Halloween anyways. And I really hope the weather holds out. So, let's go. Hello. So take 2, since apparently the microphone wasn't recording. From Joann's, I got Rit dye and some puff paint to do the decorations on the vest and to dye an old white shirt that I already have. I found some corduroy black trousers that I'm going to turn into a vest, and blue trousers to match her blue skirt. Now I'm not going to bother doing the details at the bottom of her skirt because these are going to be tucked into a pair of boots anyways. That's what I got for the costume itself. Other things I got at the thrift store today, I got a black velvet coat that I'm going to wear for my birthday actually. And I also got a fake Prada, Coach, Coco Chanel style shirt that I'm going to wear for my birthday. I found a pair of blue trousers that I don't know, I may use for costume, I may just cut up, I don't know yet. I also found a green suit, head-to-toe green suit that I may do for a Joker costume for one of the conventions. And I got my husband a nice blue shirt so that he has something nice to wear when we go out. The other stuff I got from the Goodwill, I got an Express shirt for myself, a Hugo Boss white shirt for myself, and a Banana Republic shirt for myself. And also at the Goodwill, I got an Alice costume. That's what I got. Now let's go ahead and throw all this into the wash and get started. Good morning. So it's what day are we on? We're on day 3. So got a lot to do today. I'm hoping to get the shirt dyed. I'm hoping to at least maybe start on the vest. And yeah, there's a lot I gotta get done today. But let me show you what I started working on. So again, we're allowed to go shopping in our own supplies. So I have a pair of blue leather gloves, even though her gloves are technically green. And I have the same black boots, but I'm not going to put the pattern on it because I want to be able to use these boots for multiple things. And I also found I forgot the character's name, but it's from a video game. He is half fox, half boy. It has a white stripe in it, so that'll work perfect for Anna. And also, let me show you what I've been working on. So I didn't record any of this because this was a trial pretty much. I took some curtains that I had and did a French seam to put them together because they weren't wide enough, and I added this little flap to it. This fringe is actually from the bottom of the curtains. This is the leftover of the curtains right over here. And I still have to make a little band collar, and I'm going to use this little clasp right here in the front. I don't have a little heart clasp for her, so I didn't film any of it because, again, this was just testing it out. This will give the same idea as her pink cape, but not be exactly her pink cape. So, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw this into the wash with some pink dye to try pinking it up a little bit, because it's giving kind of an orangey color right now. But that's just because the fabric is sun faded. They were curtains from the thrift store, so yeah, that's what I've gotten done so far. And I guess the next step to do is go ahead and sew this together and add bias tape to the inside so I can fold it and hem it. And yeah. So I'm starting off with dyeing this shirt. Now, you've seen me do this many times before, but always follow the manufacturer's instructions according to the dye packet that you are currently using. I am going with the Rit synthetic dye, so I wetted my fabric first, used some normal laundry detergent, and added the shirt and the dye. Now, it took about 30 minutes for this to dye and get fully saturated. After all that, I went ahead and washed it in my sink, which make sure you're using a steel sink because it will stain porcelain. So use it in a steel sink, make sure all the water is washing through it so that you can get all the dye particles that will not stick to the fabric out again. I then hung this up to dry, and before I put it on, I stuck it in the dryer to soften it back up with a fabric sheet. Unfortunately, the only things I've gotten done today is pretty much cut out the vest, all the components for it. The shirt is dyed, and so is the cloak. So hold on. So it's going to be outside drip drying, but it's dyed. I'll show you in the morning what it looks like. And here's the shirt. So I'll work on this in the morning, and I'm going to bed because it's now 10 o'clock. So see you in the morning. So welcome back to day 4. Hopefully I can get a good start on the vest today. I gotta make the buttons, and I need to go through my stash to try finding that gold bias tape that I have. I know I have some of it, but I don't have very much of it. And that way I can do the gold along the top and along the bottom. Hopefully I have enough. I also hopefully can get it started on the painting on the front, because it will need overnight to almost a full day just to dry, because it is getting colder here. It's taking a little bit more time for things to dry. Right now, I don't know if you can hear all the construction that's going on outside, but they're tearing up the road. So hopefully I can get things filmed. Oh yeah, and I also need to style the wig. There's a lot more to do, and it's already day 4, so hopefully I can get a big chunk of this done so that day 5, all I have to do is film the reveal, not the review. And yeah, so first things first, I'm going to go ahead and clean up my sewing area first so that I can actually sew, and then I'll go ahead and start piecing things together. So without further ado, let's get this day started. I went ahead and started putting the pieces together and the lining pieces, sewing all the darts together and getting everything put together so that I can bag it out later. I wish I would have tried it on before bagging it out because it was a little big, and I'll show you later how I made those alterations. So I went through my gold stash that I have, and this is pretty much all I have of this gold bias tape. Not very much of it to do the top and the bottom. So since there is a collar on the top, I'll just go ahead and do the piping at the bottom, and it'd probably only be enough to just go around the bottom. I don't know. I may have to piece these two together and see if I can get one long enough to go around the top and around the bottom, because when you have all those curves from the collar, it is going to make this a lot more difficult to sew. But I think if I just go around the bottom and then do the painting on the front, it'll still give the same effect, because you do have the cape covering the top of it anyways. So let me go ahead and put this together and see so far, but I can't sew the lining together to the front without sewing this piece on first. So let's get that together. I really hope you can see this, because it is really hard for me to even see. So it is the collar part is on. I decided to make it a 2-part collar, so I did split it, and I basically cut out the remaining piece that was here because I want to bag this out, and I'm just going to sew this part to the outside and then sew everything together except for the shoulders, and then attach it at the shoulder. And yeah, but I'm also liking this for some reason, as this is the lining, but I'm kind of liking it as the outside. But I'm going to keep it as the lining because I don't have, see what I mean? The lining is just meh. So it's all the leftover black fabric that I had. So this is what it looks like. And then I did make the buttons right here. They were kind of a pain to make because doing the corduroy on these little buttons was not fun. So hopefully after dinner I'll be able to start doing the painting on the front. But let me go ahead and get the outside and the inside put together. And then I gotta bag it all out. So we have a little bit of a setback. I kind of chose the wrong size, and I got to take out about that much. So there was apparently no point of bagging this entire lining out. So I'm just gonna flip this and stitch it down, that way I can use it as an alteration point later on if I want. And do the same thing to the other side, and then do the shoulders, because I really don't feel like turning this whole thing inside out just to get those 2 points. And then I'll put the buttonholes and the buttons along the one side, and then I'll start sketching out the pattern she has that goes down the middle. And yeah, call this good once it's good. Otherwise it looks okay. You can barely see the seams from the original trousers. So, but yeah, I'll have these as alteration points on the inside. I'll fold it to the inside and then hand tack it back or something like that so it stays. Yeah. Oh well, I made it too big. So there's the back, and yeah, there we go. Alteration points. Just gotta take it in a little bit. This is how I did the painting on the front. Off screen, I'm referencing Anna's actual corset and trying to draw out all the different embroidery designs that she has on the front of it. Now, of course, this is not going to be quote-unquote film accurate because hers was embroidered and mine's going to be painted. One, I don't have the time, nor do I have the skill to embroider. So I'm using just standard fabric puff paint, and I am tracing out all my chalk marks that I have. These will disappear when you hit it with iron because it is a chalk pencil. But as you can see, I'm just tracing everything out, going off of the image that I have on screen to my right. It may also help to have a pin or a stick of some kind to push the paint around just to fill in some of the air bubbles, because these bottles do put a lot of air into your paint for some reason. Now I did go back with a darker pink or red and a darker green to add a little bit of difference in shading. It didn't really help out in the long run, but up close it looks good. And this was an issue because the green ended up disappearing on the reveal. So if you're going to do this, make sure you know what your background colors are so it doesn't take away the color that you're painting on the costume. That's going to be pretty much it. So here's the painting. Let's go ahead and do the reveal. So hopefully you enjoyed the reveal of Anna for the cosplay gender bend. As again, this is our last 13 weeks of Genderween. I want to say again, thank you very much. Dankeschön. Merci beaucoup. Thank you again for following along on this little journey of 13 different gender bend cosplays. Hopefully I can be able to do this again next year for Halloween, or maybe even do a different challenge for next year for Halloween. As the year continues, I will continue developing this channel, either into cosplay or craft projects, because I may even put some of my Funko art into this channel. I don't know yet. I know I'm going to have to be designing costumes for upcoming conventions that we will be going to, but as of right now, as this is going to be rolling into November, I think I'm going to take a little break. Mainly to catch up on finances and also to catch up a little bit on sleep and time with friends and family. So as the holidays are rolling around, I may throw in some projects and quick videos to show what I have done or what I am currently working on. But to tell you the truth, it probably won't be a full video until January. What that's going to be, I have no idea yet. So hopefully you stick with me and follow me along, because if this is the type of content you are interested in, remember to like, share, subscribe, and also hit that bell button so that it tells you when I do post a video. So when the next time I do post a video, you will get notified. Also follow me on different forms of social media. I have Instagram, TikTok, and also Threads, and also the new Blue Sky, or Blue Sky, something like that. I have them, they're all under the same name, Stitches Pup 82. So, thank you again for following along on this journey, and we'll see you next time. See you.